All right, hey guys, welcome in today. Got a really fun project, one of my favorite projects that I had never done before last year, that had seen a lot, but hadn't really dabbled into doing a whole project of it. But it is called op art, and what op art is, it's basically creating an optical illusion with your art. It has a little bit of value, a little bit of color. You can go about it in different ways, but I first want to show you just the examples that I came up with from my classes. I did this as a 4th grade project and as a 7th and 8th grade project, just because I liked it so much last year, and really just had some awesome examples. Kids took it, did some basic things with it, but then went above and beyond in so many levels. So much talent that really was able to show and come out. The easiest version of this that I do, I'm going to go over today, but then like you've seen from some of the examples, you can really take this so many different directions in that it just has to have an optical illusion. So it almost looks like it's kind of 3D or something's happening to the paper, but really making your mind think. And that's what I really like about this project. So I'm going to stop babbling on and get right into my basic first example. So what I want you guys to do first, to take your sheet of paper and make any sort of squiggly line, whatever that it is, however that it goes. It does not have to be perfect by any means, but just go across your paper the long way, going up and down however you want it. The important thing is that every line that you create above has to kind of arch, I guess, like an N or a lowercase n. And then every line underneath that you'll create is almost going to be like a U. So when you divide yours up, and again, you can divide it up however many times that you want. The more that you do it, the more, I guess, complicated that this is. And this is like I've been saying, this is just one of the many examples of art. But this is a fun one because it has to do with value and shading and making almost your paper look kind of like a wave on it. So like I said, every one above has to kind of go under, almost like a U, and everyone under has to go kind of like the opposite way, like an N. And there's so many different varieties that you can do. I spaced mine out a little bit, but you can make them closer, and I think I actually said it opposite. It really doesn't matter which way that you do it. If you want, and some people actually switch it, so maybe they go the N way or the curved up on this way, and then underneath they'll kind of switch it up. So now I would go almost like a U, whereas I went like a N before. And then it almost has that kind of S curve to it, and as you go through it and go filling these out, and you can do the same thing. All right, so you can see it almost has that kind of curve that you did on your first line almost throughout, but I just kind of broke it up into sections. And then from here, again, the possibilities are endless. So you can take and you can shade, you can do it. The main thing that you want to think about with this type of design is that these lines are kind of going to be your boundaries, almost as if these lines would kind of be where it would kind of dip down. So in order to create that illusion, when you do your shading or your value, it would get darker. So the darker part of the value scale would be on this side. So this would be the darkest. Then it would kind of go lighter in the middle, and then it would go back dark on the other side. So it's almost like two little mini value scales on here. And as you go lighter in the middle and darker towards the outside, it kind of creates that motion in there. So I'm going to do this one real quick. Okay, so I just decided to do two there, just so you get the idea that this part is the darker, and the more that you fill up, the more that you can see. And you can see from the examples that the darker that you get kind of in between those lines, the more it kind of has that wave motion to. And this is again only one different option. I just did it in pencil, but you can do this with marker, you can do it with crayons, you can do it with oil pastels or watercolor, paint. You could do this so many different ways, just this one. And there's a couple other videos that I'm gonna come out with just for different op art examples, but this is just one of those op art projects that you can do. This is probably I guess the most basic one. So if this is kind of a new thing and seems kind of complicated, this would probably be a good place to start. So definitely, if you like this idea and like this project and like op art, give me a thumbs up and hit the like button down below. Give me a comment below on maybe your favorite op art that you've seen, or just Google op art. So give me a comment below on your favorite type of op art. And as always, hit that subscribe button. That's the easiest way to get all my videos, all my free fun kids art videos coming out multiple times a week. I'm trying to do a whole bunch of them for it. So thanks a lot for viewing, guys, and we'll see you later.